Hi everyone, hope you're having a good day. I just thought I'd just jump on for a second and say hello, see how everybody's doing out there. It's the beginning of the new year and we're all just kind of recovering from the holidays probably. Today I'm just sitting at Walmart. My client's in Walmart right now and I just don't want to go in. I do that a lot, so I try to make car vlogs while I'm just waiting in the car for people, and it works out really well for me. A couple of reasons: I don't spend money and I don't need anything. I was up early this morning and Dana and I we had to go about an hour and 5 or 10 minutes away from home. He needed a snowmobile part. I think we left at 7:30. Dana and I don't usually go together to stores and stuff, but we did have some returns we needed to do. We went to Home Depot and we went to Lowe's and did some returns, and we both went into Sam's. He's not a big shopper at all. We both ended up running in, and it was pretty funny. I kept saying my list out loud, like I wanted us to stick to the list, because I'm trying to, told you guys last time, just get the basics, right? And use up what we have. We got a whole cart. Well, we ended up having to leave with 2 carts because, we needed a couple cases of water and dog food. So that was 1 cart. And then I did really good. We stuck pretty much to the plan. There was a few things I got that I didn't say. I never said out loud, like, oh, I want this. But while I was there, I wanted green peppers and like lettuce, a bunch of salad stuff. I had only said lettuce, but then I remembered, oh shoot, we're low on apples and oranges and some stuff like that. So I ended up getting more things than I said I was gonna, but it was all stuff that obviously we need it in the refrigerator. I'm not trying to not grocery shop. I'm just trying to be very, very intentional. So it's working. So far, so good. I'm back in Walmart in Waterville. I ended up going home, putting the stuff away. Oh, we actually had to go into Waterville too, didn't we? So then I went home, put my stuff away, and then I had to take my client out, which we had a plan to come to town, but I had to go with him first and take care of that. So after she's done, I think we're just gonna do one more quick stop. I think I am gonna get a diet soda, and I'm excited for that today. I haven't had that in a long time. It feels like it's been weeks. So I think I told you guys I bought diet soda when my daughter was home, and I didn't have any of it. I think we still have it. She probably only had 2 of them. See, I really don't drink soda. But today I know she wants to stop, so I think I'm gonna get one just for fun. And plus the caffeine, because when I get home, I would really like to tell Dana all these things, like my plans and stuff like that. But I hope, this is what, I know I've said it to you guys before, that I need to get back up to my sewing room and put my Christmas stuff away. Hoping today I can just turn the camera on when I'm up there and do that, because I keep saying I really need to. Actually, this week I have done so much sewing. I am so excited. I did it all in my house though. I didn't end up in the garage. I'm getting there slowly but surely, but it's a little hard for me because, I really like doing stuff in my house. I'm getting there. So I did a lot of sewing in the house this week. Every day I was working on videos and editing, and I ended up joining, I told you guys I was joining in Jackie Lou's Junk Gal 63 Studio Sew Along. It's a quilt challenge that she's doing. I told you I'd talk about it more. I didn't want to talk about it till I had started it, just in case for some reason I didn't start it. So I'll tell you now. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so fun. When I sew, I really kind of make it up as I go. I'll see pictures of something I might like, or I get inspiration obviously from different places, but I've never followed a pattern and like step by step. If I ever see like a little pattern and it says you need basic stuff, that's fine. I've just never done a real step-by-step through an entire process without going off on my own. I always go off on my own. I can never get through a pattern. I don't know if it's I don't get it. I don't understand a lot of it. So it's kind of, sometimes it's like reading music. As much as I want to be a, guitarist, and I want to play the guitar so bad, but it's kind of like reading music to me. It's like, I don't know. And then it gets, as I'm doing reading patterns, I start out good and say, okay, I need 4 of these, 3 of these. And then for some reason, I'm always just like lost and confused again. So then I end up doing it myself, figuring it out all by myself, which takes a really long time, right? But I think that's how I work. I've realized that. I work where I have to write it down myself, and I have to draw it out for myself for it to make sense. So back to Jackie Lou's site. Oh my goodness, you guys, it was so much fun. So I ended up doing exactly what she said to do. I watched it over and over again. And some of you are only here to see, you know, the day in my life videos, not my sewing videos. So if you're here for both, I may repeat myself. So I had to keep rewinding Jackie's videos and go step by step. And you know, I went step by step. I stayed on track, and it was hard. It was hard for me. It was hard for me not to do my own thing. A few times during watching and trying to do exactly what she was telling us to do, I wanted to do my own thing. I was like, she would say, make these lines with the ruler and do it this way. And that's what I was trying to go for. Not make it my way. I wanted to make it her way. I wanted to make it exactly what she said to do. So believe it or not, I actually did it. And I do have a video out. If you're only here for the, you know, day in the life, just you want to watch that video. It's long, but I went through the whole process and I was so proud of myself. And it was a mess and nothing was coming out right. But here's the hardest block I've ever made, because it was so structured, right? And you had to follow along exactly the way, like I said, the way I promised myself to do this. That's why I did it. I wanted to follow something start to finish exactly how I'm supposed to, not take shortcuts. So anyway, my little block came out. It was so cute. It is adorable. I ended up making two. It was different than what she told us to do. I had to add borders. I couldn't make it as big, but it was the most hardest block I've ever made. But you know why? I think because I think once you do something and you get the concept, like I ended up making, okay, just let me fast forward. I ended up making a second block, and I ended up, because I was so sure I could do this, like, because that's how I roll, right? Like, oh, I could do that, no problem. I could do that the second time, no problem. And I don't think I had to watch her video, and I did it, and I made it, and same thing happened. It was too small. I wasn't, so third time's a charm. So now I feel so confident that I'm going to watch her video again. Okay, the first block I made step by step. Second block, I went off on my own and I still had problems. Third block's a charm. And now I can almost do it in my sleep. Well, see, that's how I feel. I feel like I can. But I think I am going to be able to make it really quick, and I understand now. It's like, here's the rules. You do it this way. You figure this out. You don't know what you're doing, but now I've done it twice, and now I really kind of know what I'm doing. So now if I rewatch her video and I do it one more time, step by step, knowing where I made my mistakes and knowing what the end result was, I think it's going to be awesome. So I can't wait to make that other block. And that was the other thing too. In my video, I said that I thought that I was, because this is how I think. I can't just think on this one small block. I'm like way ahead of the game. I'm going to make 12 quilts. That's what I kept telling myself. I'm going to make like 12 quilts. I'll make 12 blocks. I mean, I was just like being ridiculous in my head when my focus was supposed to stay on one block. Just one block. Well, now I realize by me putting all that stuff in my head, and I'm already trying to prep for more and more fabric, and I learned a lot about myself. Let's just say that. I learned, like, oh, that's your problem. My problem is I can't stay focused on that one task without veering off. So I was telling Dana last night, I said, oh, and one more thing I will say real quick. That video, I had to make that video. I don't know how many hours. I had a whole day and a half of, I don't know. I must have had 14, 15 hours in that video. And I had all I could do to get that down to less than an hour. I had that thing at like an hour and 57 minutes. I couldn't. And then I had some issues with the editing. I lost the sound at the end of the video when I was all done with it. So I had to redo the whole ending part of it. So that took a long time. But it's still, I feel like, this is what I said to Dana. I go, I feel like that was like the best thing, almost, that like the best learning experience I've ever had. I learned so much with this video, with that video, and doing that block with her in a sew along. It's a sew along. She puts the videos out on Sunday, and you do it at your own pace. You're not together, you're not on a Zoom or anything. You're just doing it at your own pace, and you check in through comments on her site. Anyway, now I can't wait for the next block. I can't wait to make this same exact block this week, and I can't wait to do it step by step, knowing what I know now and knowing where my problems were, and I'll let you guys know how I end up doing on it. I bet it's going to come out so good, and knowing that I have to stay focused on that one task, nothing else. Not making 12 quilts. I am not. I did 3 fabrics. That was it for the one block. That's where I lost it. I was grabbing every kind of red, white, and blue fabric I could find when I just want to learn how to focus on one task. 3 pieces of fabric, 1 piece of batten, 1 piece of batten. I was not doing it that way. So I think what it's doing is it's kind of slowing me down in my undiagnosed, head here. I have undiagnosed issues in there. It's okay. I own it, and it's okay. I'm okay with it. I don't need to be diagnosed. I can diagnose myself. But it made me really learn how to just slow it down a little bit, girl. So that was really fun. So when I do get home today, back to that story, when I get home today, I'm going right up into the garage, and I am going to put my Christmas stuff away. I have it all over the tables up there now. My sewing room up there is a little bit messy because of Christmas. I brought everything out of the storage up there, put it all over the tables. I haven't really been up there to sew or make videos. I've been doing those from in the house. So Dana and I are in Lowe's, and I was being funny, and we were joking, and I go, do not go. We're going to walk right to the service desk because all we had was returns. We're not going to look at anything, and we're going to leave here with nothing, right? And because I know me, and I know I'm more talking about myself, although he's pretty bad too. He'll be like, oh, I need that part and piece and tool, and he's got 40 of them, and you only buy it because you see it. Out of sight, out of mind. So as we're walking right to the service desk, and I joked because I parked right by the building, and I got like front row parking. First I was going to park way in the back, and then I pulled up. I'm like, oh, why don't we just park right by the door so we won't buy anything. We'll go in and we'll come out. And then we joked about, I said, yeah, that just saved us like, a whole day's worth of steps that we need, and we need those steps in our life to take that extra few steps. Instead, I park right by the door so I can just, lose all that exercise time. What little exercise that would be. It's better than just taking a few steps into the store. Okay, so we go in the store, we get right to the service desk, do our return. Over to my left, out my peripheral vision, I can see the Christmas stuff, 75% off. Oh my goodness, I don't need anything. I told you guys this. I'm going home to get rid of stuff. I'm going to go home and get rid of probably brand new stuff. It was that 75% that just gets me every time. So I said, I whispered to Dana, I go, I am not going over there. I need to turn around and not even see it. I'm so tempted, there's got to be something I need on there. One year I went to, just going off track. One year I went to Big Lots. I just happened to be in that area. I went in, I run in the store, and they had a 75% off. I almost think it was 90% now that I think about it. They had all those boxes and bags of Christmas balls and every kind of ball, and I bought so much stuff. And then I didn't end up using it. I ended up giving that all to Goodwill, gave it to everybody I knew that would want it, which, not many people want all that stuff. I mean, I still have stuff from that, but I gave most all the balls and stuff away for the tree. I don't even use those balls, but they were so pretty, couldn't resist. So that's why I can't look, and I don't need to be in the store, and I don't need any of that stuff. Honestly, I hope when I'm done doing my Christmas up there, I am hoping, hold on one second. Oh, these people are buying Christmas trees. What? Those people have a whole Christmas tree. It must have been the display tree in their cart. Well, I'm glad they must need it, and I'm glad they got it. And they probably got it for 90% off this far after Christmas. Well, I'm happy for them. Anyways, I'm hoping that after I do my Christmas declutter up there, I'm hoping that I only have like a couple of bags of stuff that I bring in the house every year. Because that's all I need. I realized this year I need so little. Okay, I'm home now. I ended up getting a call, and then my client ended up coming out of the store. So I am going to try to jump back on here though in a bit and make a video and show you as I declutter my Christmas stuff. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day. Bye. Please like and subscribe. Say bye, little Miss Ready Thready.